Who is it? Vinny!
Hey, dude, are you there?
Hey, what's up, my
I'm here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude,
man?
I don't have a scary story, man.
I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll come
grandfather.
after your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits.
Facebook page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot of...
That is what you did. Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of the Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of the moon. Third phase of the moon.
Ten, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. It's time for the show tonight. Let's get started with a hello. Hello! Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Thursday, February 2, 2023. How are we? Good. I'm not doing the fines. I'm saying this. Shh. It's all a lie. Yeah, I don't care. You know why I did this tonight? You know why I wanted to do this and put it all up on a... Because I haven't. I know we've talked about it, but I have really got to hit home tonight because I got to make a few shorts out of this video. So I have to say some good things for about 30 seconds to a minute about why this is a lie. It is a lie. It is. It is, it is, it is, it is, it is. I don't care what Cahill says. I don't care what Kevin Day says. I don't care what Corbell Ding Dong says. I don't care what Fravor, Dietrich, or anybody else says. There's no evidence for a Tic-Tac existing. It never happened. The Nimitz event. It's a lie. It is. I figured this out. It is 100% a lie. Everything about what's happened, the way they brought it out, the way they added witnesses a little bit later because people were unsure, and then Fravor, all of a sudden, Dietrich comes out like a month later or so, months later. Oh, she's going to corroborate the story. Oh, that's great. She didn't look happy doing it. She did not look happy. Anyway, we're going to go into that. And there's a lot of sightings and stuff we're going to go over. I don't know if I can go over an hour. But we're stuck with this melon. Unless there's a miracle that happens where, I'll be able to get StreamYard again, but it ain't happening. After an hour, there seems to be a lot of lagging. And I don't know if I can go through that tonight. I'm not in the mood for any lagging. So let's get started so we have more time. Roll call real quick. Wally's World, welcome to the show. Diane BOS, welcome to the show. Moonlick, welcome to the show. Samo, Goofoni, and Rockstar, welcome to the show. Intergalactic Overhaul, welcome to the show. Dan Bob, welcome to the show. Carlin, welcome to the show. Becca Wiles. Ching, swing, bring, ding, 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 ding. Rebecca. Dave Bailey. Dave, yeah. Thank you. You're 1,000,000%. We're chasing unicorns. We really are. Michelle, how you doing? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian. Welcome. The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Where the hell is the Muffin Man? He's here. Muffin Man, and I just wanted to say your name a few more times before. I don't. It's a lie to throw off adversary. I don't like that it only gives me a partial up here. It doesn't show it like StreamYard, the whole thing. I have to click on it to read it. It's stupid. Yeah. And what did I say? You weren't here. I don't know if you heard. But Denbub knows. Bob knows. What's up, guys? I said all along, it's China or Russia. And I was leaning more towards China because they're light years ahead of us with drone technology and hypersonic missiles. I don't care if we just did a first successful test of a hypersonic missile the other day. You're years behind. Yeah. All of a sudden, we can now do it. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Maybe we caught one of those drones, shot him down, and they're not telling us, and we back engineered it and made our hypersonic missiles work better. Nobody's saying it, but somebody knows the truth, and it ain't Corbell. You really, my right hand to God, anybody? You really think anybody in the military would risk their livelihood, their pension, their health care, their family, and even possibly their lives to give Corbell these videos and shit that he's getting that are really, no, this is all fake. This is all part of the PSYOP, and I'm not joking around at all. This is 100% bullshit. And the reason I say it, because nothing makes sense, and they know there's only a few people in the world that can make noise about what is the truth. And we're one of them. But guess what? They won't let us be on mainstream media ever. Ever. Tucker Carlson is a chicken shit because he's got bosses and shit. See, that's the thing. When you team up with somebody else, or you have advertisers, or you're on a TV show, you have to watch your P's and Q's. I don't. I'm not tied to any NDA or any type of advertisement where I have to stop the show and talk about them. None of that stuff happens here. Not yet, anyway. I am a sellout. I will sell out down the road. Yeah, if the price is right. Sure. Advertisers want to advertise here? $500 a month. That's my going rate. $500 a month. Why not? I don't care. You want me to advertise for you? Pay up. What's this? What did I just click on? I saw a super chat come in, but I didn't see it on the screen. David Wilcox, welcome to the show. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means it just jumped into the show and started going. Here it is. Who's this? Proving Bread. $5 says, balloon released by submarine to distract pilots as it submerges. Sub spotted. lets off balloon gyro to avoid sub being detected as it submerges. What object are you talking about? Are you talking about the splash? That's what it sounds like, right? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. Proving bread? But that's probably true. It's not a UFO. Let's just get that out of the way. It is something mundane, and to be honest, for all we know, these people spotting this stuff and talking, like the guys, there's a whole fleet of them, it sounds like they were kind of rookies, even though they weren't. But come on, when they acted that way in that video, and they were swearing and woohoo, no, I don't. I think that was all added in. It's all fake. It's all part of the act. And guess what? We're talking to those actors. Ryan Graves, David Fravor, right? We're only talking to those. Why aren't we talking to the other pilots that saw them for 2 years with their eyes and on radar? See, I don't believe a word Ryan Graves is saying other than they were out there for 2 years. Everybody else saw them with their eyes but me. I only looked on radar because I'm not stupid. I'm not going to admit to seeing that bullshit. He saw it. If it is anything at all. So now you have to think. There's no evidence. None. No evidence. And okay, you want to say there's evidence? Well, they're hiding it. Yeah. So no evidence, just stories. Now, you want me and the rest of the UFO community to just base this all on faith? That because you're pilots in the Navy, the Air Force, in one of our branches of the military, automatically you get a pass of a trustful person? No. That's still a dude and one lady. And if I know dudes like I know dudes, those dudes are dirty. Every guy is, just about. And I've seen and heard the way David Fravor talks. He's a swearing sailor. That guy puts on a mask when he's in front of the camera. Trust me. Ryan Graves shaved his head because he lies all the time. He couldn't even look at his true self anymore. Now, if we find out he has cancer, I'm sorry. I hope he doesn't. Doesn't look like he's getting sick, but he shaved his head and he looks terrible. You look terrible. Your third eye is staring at us and it's a distraction. Yeah, I called it a third eye because somebody else did and I thought it was funny. So what? I had a zit on my foot. Still have it. I called that my third eye. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. It's 2 months almost. That's my third eye. So I make fun of me. I make fun of everybody. End of story. What is this? Are my eyebrows too thick? Do I have too thick eyebrows? Are they too thick? Are they caterpillar? Do I have caterpillar eyes? Thank you, Proving Bread. By the way, you guys can help support the show too with the Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description, even on the About page on GoofOn here on YouTube. Support Truthology for ufology, G-Deem-it. We're the only ones. Who else has the guts to say this? Because it's true. It is 100% true until they don't have any evidence. And I'm not buying their story. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I can't. Everything they said is bullshit. Everything they said can't be proved. Everything they said is only over water. The Catalinas, the Bahamas, the West Coast, the Atlantic, and only those two. And nowhere on land there's ever been a report of a Tic-Tac shaped UFO ever. We have military on land too, not only in the water, over the water. How come they're not seeing them? Well, they only exist over the water. There was a really cool UFO sighting that I was watching on TV, and it was I don't know, it was a MUFON case, but it was really amazing. This woman and this guy were, I think this was in Michigan, part of the Michigan sightings, I think that 94, which I do want Guy and Wayne to come on the show. I haven't reached out to them because I've had a weird week, but I do want to set something up. If he watches this, I'll email him. But I want those guys on to talk about the sighting because they're saying that the Unsolved Mysteries report only talked about the West Coast it was all East Coast. I didn't see anything on the West Coast. Wayne will explain it. Wilka throwing up a $2 super chat. What is it? Does it say anything? Hey, there it is. You have Betty David's eyes. You're such an ass. I never thought about that my whole life. Betty Davis eyes or Betty David's eyes. It doesn't mean anything except it's not right. It's funny. It's a man's eyes. Betty David. It's funny to me. I get it. I get the humor. Thank you for the $2. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that bad? My eyes is bad. I got bad eyes. Yeah, I do have blue eyes. Yeah. One blue that way, one blue that way. Gosh. Stupid, I know. That was the first joke I heard when the Challenger exploded. Christy McCullough, the teacher who was on there. Kids were joking about that. I actually got mad about it. I didn't appreciate it. But I did use the joke a year later. It was kind of funny. All right, I used it a week later. Too soon? But it's an old joke, and I have Betty David's eyes, whoever that is. Thank you, Conundrum. I worked out before the show, and I got home about 35 minutes before the show, jumped in the shower, and I just sat in there letting the water cascade over my silk skin. And I didn't know if I'd be able to do this show tonight. I just felt awful, but here we are. Feel good. I don't know what happened. Oh my God, I'm not wearing pants. I forgot to put my shorts on. I got underwear on. Oh no. I thought I felt weird. I actually don't have shorts on. Oh my God, this is hilarious. I can't believe I'm scratching. I go, wait, I feel too much skin. Oh my God, my ass. Well, that's the beauty of working from home. All right. So I am a little bit finicky lately. I am really finicky. The ladies know what that means. All right. Now I'm going to back off of the big lie right now. We're going to talk about other stuff, about the UFO swarms are not Chinese drones, like the media reported. According to, hold on. I'm not happy right now because I'm already having issues with Melon, and it's not even 30 minutes. And tomorrow we have the Atlanta show, maybe. Should be on tomorrow, but you never know. You never know. So Jeremy Corbell, see, he's the only one that can argue. He has no choice. He insists that the media is lazy. We know they are. See, now he's using the media for him. Again, he's using it every way he can. God, this is so easy for him to just lie. And this is the problem with ufology. Nobody's held accountable for lying. Nobody. Can you imagine if people were held accountable for hoaxing videos? Like, how would that happen? Well, I think YouTube already did it. They shadow banned the whole community because anything that has to do with UFOs is a security risk. And we can't verify it. They can't verify it. So it becomes a security issue. But anything that's with the government is verifiable according to YouTube. And why the creators in the UFO world are put second or last to mainstream media when it comes to UFO reports and sightings and things. They're not going by the most popular. They're not going by the best video. They're not going by the most views or most subs. They're going by mainstream media first, everybody else after that. And there is no set algorithm to know when you're going to be on the top, the bottom, the middle, unless you're going by views and you get a lot of views and then you got to put the filter on for it. It's a mess. And that's why ufology is very slow to grow, because the whole entire field is shadow banned. And that's not a lie. It's not made up, but they really do watch everything that's going on. Any videos that go up that are going to make noise are going to be pushed down, unless you're Jeremy Corbell, Lou Elizondo, and the others, because they use mainstream media for their platform. They get away with it. So they are getting away with it because they're being played to the favorites of mainstream media. They're not creators. Yeah, they're not. Do you really believe Elizondo's a UFO researcher? No, he's not. He even said he's not. So Jeremy Corbell is not a UFO researcher. He's what I call a UFO ambulance chaser. He goes with the story that can make him money or fame. He doesn't care about the greater good. Same with George Knapp. You see the problem we're having here? But then we get pushed down and away, and we're the only ones doing the right thing, the civilians. Well, I noticed Fat Tony's putting up UFOs now, flares, calling them UFOs. Did you see this piece of shit move? He's putting up flares, saying they're UFOs now. He's not putting up flares. He's saying that this guy is such a scammer. Anybody who believes what Fat Tony says, you deserve to be hurt in the future. You deserve what's coming. God, that guy's a buffoon. The biggest. I don't even know how he puts his pants on. I don't think he puts his pants on every day. Hey, I don't. Oh!
Launched.
So Jeremy Corbell here is calling out the media for being lazy. Yeah, that's calling the kettle black. Is that what we say? Oh, that's calling the kettle of color.
To get into right now, what people are saying is that this ship called the Bass Strait launched, these objects, these units, okay, and that's been now propagated, and it is 100% false. And I want to hear from somebody who has direct knowledge of this, and that's why this is the next little bit of audio. One of the duties of this person was to monitor the Bass Strait in real time. And let's see what this person has to say. I want to talk about origin. There's been a lot of talk that these objects, if not launched from land, that they were launched from a merchant vessel. So the Bass Strait is, a lot of people are trying to pin this on the Bass Strait. Can you tell me a little bit about that, about origin, and what you know about the Bass Strait?
This was the closest that we ever came to on our ship figuring a possible origin outside of coming from land somehow, like you said, traversing those 30 to 50 miles that we were from the nearest islands. So at one point, we did see what looked like multiple air contacts around a merchant ship that was operating in our vicinity of our strike group. And it was a foreign flag merchant ship. And we reached out to them. They denied. They weren't a vessel of interest that we had been worried about or anything. But I think it was like 5 to 10 of the aircraft circling around it. And we never saw it actually land on this vessel.
Was it your impression that the contacts did not belong to the merchant vessel? And can you verify that you asked the merchant vessel and they denied that they were theirs?
Yeah, I can verify the latter for sure. And that was also why I sort of skirted around saying many details about that merchant vessel, because I'm not sure where the investigation went afterwards. I sort of helped compose the message that we sent off because I'd seen it. And like I said, we didn't see them land on.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not following. Does anybody get this? Somebody explain it to me. What's up, Derek Kennedy? That UFO chick, how you doing? This, yeah, the UFO chick. Yeah, I know. I've seen your tweets. You go through a lot of shit. It's so funny. You're like the nicest person on there. Well, I mean, you're opinionated, but you're not mean like me. I'm not following. I know they're trying to look like they're trying to make this like it's some sort of news event and all this. I'm not following, and I don't know what's wrong with me. And I don't want to go back, but I'm going to. So they've got a recording of a guy who who saw it?
Of this. And that's why this is the next little
Here.
Somebody who has direct knowledge of this. And that's why this is the next little bit of
I got to start over.
is weaponized.
I'm sorry. I got to figure this out.
We really got to get into right now. What people are saying is that this ship called the Bass Strait launched, these objects, these units, okay? And that's been now propagated. And it is 100% false. And I want to hear.
The Bass Strait launched units? Okay. So they're saying that there's a rumor that there's apparently like an aircraft carrier for drones, right? And they're saying that this little thing is going down over the water and all these drones leave it, go and swarm swarm the military, and then they go back to this, drone carrier. And now Jeremy Corbell's calling that bullshit, that it's not true. But how can he verify it is? Exactly. You just said what I was going to say, Intergalactic. Exactly. Probably is, but he don't know. How would Jeremy Corbell know? And I'll have to admit, how would I know? But we cannot dismiss it. If that is an option, and it's a real option, how come the vessels out there did not see this drone carrier of some sort? That's what I want to know. Nobody's ever mentioned it. Now, I know they said they see these Tic-Tac, right? They seen them over there, the Nimitz, and Ryan Graves and his boys and whatnot. But they never once mentioned this, that there could be. They did, but it was like way after this was public, where they mentioned that there's a carrier for drones, because drones don't have like commercial drones like the one I have and other people. The average one flies for about 30 to 45 minutes on one charge, one battery. They have some that go an hour. There's also solar powered ones that can stay up all day, but they're not fast. They're a little bit big, and you would easily be able to catch it, see it, and identify it. They can't with these. And apparently, these drones are showing up on radar. I mean, I saw radar from Jeremy Corbell, but it didn't match what he said was happening. So I didn't know if that was really the radar or it was just what they wanted us to believe was the radar. Because Corbell's saying they're making these unbelievable maneuvers. Not once have I ever seen on radar anything move abnormally, or that would look like it was 90-degree turn at 30,000 miles an hour. So yeah, he's saying that this is a made-up story and that there's no proof of it. It's just people theorizing, how could drones be out there all day and all night? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. How could drones be out there all day? And they're all the way out to sea. How can they fly back to wherever it is they can without being noticed? Where are they going? Yeah.
Direct knowledge of this, and that's why this is the next little bit of audio. One of the duties of this person was to monitor the Bass Strait in real time. And let's see what this person has to say.
Hey, Jammer, thank you.
I want to talk about origin. There's been a lot of talk that these objects, if not launched from land, that they were launched from a merchant vessel. So the Bass Strait is, a lot of people are trying to pin this on the Bass Strait. Can you tell me a little bit about that, about origin and what you know about the Bass Strait?
This was the closest that we ever came to on our ship figuring a possible origin outside of coming from land somehow, like you said, traversing those 30 to 50 miles that we were from the nearest islands. So at one point we did see what looked like multiple air contacts around a merchant ship that was operating in our vicinity of our strike group. And it was a foreign flag merchant ship. And we reached out to them. They denied. They weren't a vessel of interest that we had been worried about or anything. But I think it was like 5 to 10 of the aircraft circling around it. And we never saw it actually land on this vessel.
Was it your impression that the contacts did not belong to the merchant vessel? And can you verify that you asked the merchant vessel and they denied that they were theirs?
Yeah, I can verify the latter for sure. And that was also why I sort of skirted around saying many details about that merchant vessel, because I'm not sure where the investigation went afterward.
Okay. So it's pretty obvious that the merchant vessel, said it wasn't them. Thank you, Jammer Travels, for throwing down the $5. Greetings and a goosh to you and your family over there. Yeah, that's right, Jammer. Jammer Travels. Reason I haven't been doing that voice, it hurts. My throat's sore. Thank you, man. Appreciate that support. GoFund is a dying club. Mucho gusto, generoso. Although we're not. We're still getting subscribers. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show. Ba-ba-doo, ba-doo. Yeah, put a comment down. Like, if you want some different in the show, or you hate it, you love it, let me know one of those. Preferably the latter. So, you know what I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, guy. So I'm going to be 100% on this. I'm not just saying it, but I don't believe it either. I believe Jeremy's right. I do not believe that there was a drone carrier out there. I just don't. You want to know why? Because the whole thing's fake. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no proof of anything. All these guys have done is just tell us a story. Oh, there's a 27-minute video. Well, according to Lou Elizondo, we're never going to see that. Some people confirmed it. Yep, there's a video out there. Like, how did they know? You know? How did they know? Because Lou? No, they didn't see it either. Do you see what I mean? These guys are promoting each other without even knowing why, not even knowing or seeing any evidence. They're just agreeing with whatever it is their friends are saying. I need evidence. I don't know about you guys. I haven't seen a lick of evidence that a Tic-Tac exists. I don't think it does. I think this is the imagination of people who want to create a threat so they can get arrow, so they can spy and talk and meet and greet under the, the government's dime and go to other countries and have it all paid for. Yeah. That's not going to last forever. Mark my words. Arrow will probably be gone in 2 to 3 years. Yeah. Once the next administration comes in, I don't know how long their contracts are for. I don't know how it's all set up, how many years they have allowed to be there under, what are the terms? Is Arrow a permanent fixture? It's supposed to be, because that's what we were told. We now have a permanent office at the Pentagon to UFOs. Whistleblowers, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about it. Tell us what you know. Yeah, we'll handle it later when you're not looking, because that's what they do. Look, if I saw a UFO and I was a pilot, and word among the boys is, hey, you can now tell boss what you saw. Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell boss what I saw so he can fire me in a year or 6 months, make up some shit. No. I'm not telling anybody. And if I was a whistleblower to be, I would keep your mouth shut and not tell anybody in your workspace. Don't go to human resources with your information. You need to go to a UFO group outside of the government that'll really protect you. We just want the truth. See, Jeremy Corbell can't be doing what he's doing. It's just not logical. It's not. What's the most logical thing? The government's going to show us UFOs now? They're going to allow stuff like this? Yeah, stuff like this. What this guy's peddling, yeah, all day long, cuz. Yeah, you can throw that shit up on the internet all day because it ain't real. Until it is. And I don't buy, and look, I'm calling these people liars. Yes, Fravor, Graves, they're hiding something. They're not honest. You understand? They're not honest. Cahill, all these guys, there's infighting between them too. I wonder why. Kevin Day can't be trusted. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's fallen on hard times, mentally, physically, It's we've been played terribly, and everybody got excited. And all along I was saying, it's bullshit on Lou Elizondo and TTSA, right? Everybody said I'm the idiot. I'm wrong. Shut up. You just want to be a bully. You just want to be the guy who says it's not real. Well, Lou's going to bring disclosure. Idiot. Really? Where are we now? Now we're in part 2 or 3 or 10. Now we're letting you know. Now I'm letting you know Corbell's full of shit, Knapp full of shit, and anybody associated with Skinwalker Ranch is full of shit. They're living on a dream. They're living in fantasy land with little to no evidence. And the little evidence they have is piss poor shit, nothing evidence. So you can take all these television shows and all these smart astrophysicists, wannabe UFO hunters, put them on TV. and let them just read the script, because that's all they're doing. And that's all ufology has been for the last 5 years. It's a scripted psyop, and you've all been fooled. End of story. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Show me the evidence. See, do you think Corbell would ever come on here? Fudge, no. He would never come on here. And I wouldn't be a dick, but I'd be, Jeremy, the evidence sucks. I mean, it's not good. This is why we're mad at you. And you're telling us we're wrong? The whole world's wrong, but you're right. How's that possible? Rich, people just want to hate. You know how it is. You know people, man. Come on. We're talking about UFOs, Rich. These people are going. Is it okay if I call you Rich, Richie? Just tell the story. You know that's what he'll do. No, he doesn't care about what name he calls anybody. But he would say, this is groundbreaking evidence. And then I'd say, Joey, wait. I don't see anything groundbreaking, though, Jeremy. I don't see any. What's groundbreaking? Let's start with your bokeh. Well, first of all, it's not bokeh. It's an Arab pyramid. I'm like, you haven't proven anything with that video. And everybody on the planet thinks it's bouquet. We're wrong. All right, let's go back to your other videos. Splash, splash. How about that one? Can you prove to me it's not a flare? Can you prove to me that it's not a UAP? If I had the means, I could prove it to you. How would you do that? Oh, I'd drop a flare in the freaking ocean. That's what I would do. See if it matches up. Why isn't anybody doing research? I don't have the means to do it. I could light a flare and throw it in the ocean and see if it does the same thing, but I'm in the Gulf. I don't have waves. I'm not in the middle of the ocean. You understand? If I would rent a boat, you know those flares, you drop them, and then I would love to do that on camera for you guys. See if we can make splash, splash. But then I would need the same camera, not a FLIR camera, the same camera. And you know I can't get that. So I can't debunk splash, splash, or whatever the frig it is. None of us can, because we don't have access to that camera. You see? You see why Jeremy's smart? To use the military, to use the branch that he knows we can't get any of the film, the evidence. We can't do anything with what he's got. The only way you could figure out if it's real or fake is if you have the real camera. And we can't do that. And I heard a super chat come in, but I don't see it. Am I wrong? All right, let me pull up super chats here. I believe I'm missing. Here we go. No, I didn't miss any. Jammer, Will Carnundrum, got it. Proving bread, got it. Loot, and that was it. Okay, gotcha. So what was that noise? I heard something come in. Huh? So, Rich, how close are you to the mass shooting in Lakeland? I didn't know there was. I am 20 minutes away. Why? I'll tell you exactly how far I am. I know I see the signs are, here we go. It is, for me, 40 miles. 40. Why is that? You're hearing shit? I'm hearing? What am I hearing? Oh. I am not. I don't know. Okay, well, I see a few messages coming in. Moonlit celebrates 10 months of membership. I kneel and pray almost every day that the alien overlords will stay at bay until humanity has come to terms with its ignorance and pretty germs and petty germs. Petty. That's really beautiful. No, it is. It's beautiful. Stop it. It is. Beautiful. I don't know how you do it. LARPing. Am I LARPing? This here, Jackie says, Corbell isn't using the military. He and the rest of that crew are all being drip-fed info. They are but a respectable-looking mouthpiece for what the complex wants shown. Yep. Yeah. And they're not showing us anything. That's the shame. They're not showing us UFOs. That's what I don't like, Jackie. They're not showing us UFOs. And they can't just sit there and say, well, we think they're UFOs. They're not. That's the whole thing. I don't like it. I want UFOs to look like UFOs. Like they're talking about a square and a sphere, and you know what I mean? I haven't seen that either. Nobody has. Nobody. Just the military. Isn't that amazing? So to me, it's military operated. Everything that they're seeing, it's probably our own military. It's probably compartmentalized so much, the left hand doesn't know what the middle hand is giving to the right hand. Yeah. There's always a dick in the middle. I'm telling you. We're starting to see glitches now. See? Almost an hour. Almost. It started already. Good stuff, Jackie. This is all just Americans LARPing. Yeah. Well, you got that right. That's what we're doing. Sucks. All right, I'm going to play this video here. This is Delta flights report UAPs to Fort Worth. This was January 14th. This is interesting. I don't know where this, why I didn't play this yet. This is from Ben Hansen.
Right into it. So this is reported to Fort Worth Center, the air traffic control facility that covers part of northern Texas and into Oklahoma, a little bit into other neighboring states. Now the Fort Worth, Kansas City, and Memphis Center control facilities have received an extraordinary amount of UAP
right
or
there.
UFO sighting reports within the past year. This one took place in the early morning hours of January 14th, 2023 at about 4 a.m. local time, which is 10 a.m. Zulu. The event took place over almost an hour. So what you're going to hear are multiple commercial airlines calling into the control facility, and then the controller also reaches out to pilots to be on the lookout for these UAPs.
This is cool.
I want to emphasize that we don't have any witnesses of these sightings that we've talked to, and we don't have any video footage of the events either. But based on the description that the pilots are providing, it's very likely that the objects might be explainable as the new orbits of Starlink satellites that we've been reporting on since last summer.
Oh, come on.
However, since we don't have anything other than the audio recordings to go off of, we're not going to analyze anything beyond making, this comparison.
Thank you.
We do have additional FOIA requests that are pending on this event.
Okay.
So if those come back with any additional information, we'll be sure to share that with you.
Okay.
Now, the original recording is nearly 50 minutes long. So I've removed the dead air in many places, but any place where the silence lasted more than 1 minute, you'll see a graphic in the video that says how much time actually passed. As always, I want to thank Flight Radar.
I think he's got one bad ball. Oh!
24 for the use of their graphics. We highly recommend that you check out their website and products if you like tracking flights across the world. Primarily, in the graphics, you're going to see 3 flights that were involved in the reporting. Delta Flight 722, Delta Flight 726, and Delta Flight 352. Now, there's some humor in the chatter. It keeps it kind of lively. But if you've seen our other reporting, you'll know that the main concerns here are that the controllers have been receiving reports on this type of phenomena for well over a year. And not the controllers nor the pilots have been given any type of official
Just
explanation
show
or
us
feedback
the
as to what they might
audio.
be witnessing.
Let us hear it.
So some of the pilots that you're going to hear are absolutely convinced that they're looking at some type of aircraft, yet nothing's picked up on radar. They also convey that if they're satellites, that they're not any type of satellite that they're familiar with. And these reports have been rampant, like I said, in about the past year or so.
Rampant.
So if there are explainable answers, no government agency has provided notification to the controllers or to the pilots as anything that would, allay their concerns. And that's something we talk about often on this channel and something that we're working on trying to help to fix. So without spending any more time on this, here's the recording from January 14th.
Thank goodness. I was wondering.
Hey, Center Delta 722.
Delta 722, go.
This is an odd question. Every few minutes, like two really, I can't believe I'm saying this over the radio, two really bright lights come at us. They're high. They're like 45,000 feet. Is there somebody out playing in front of us?
No, there's not, and that area seems to always get some sort of strange lights as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens a lot in your area, actually.
What's up,
you're not the first pilot to report that on the overnights. What kind of lights does it look like?
I don't even. So it looks really, really bright. When it looks like it's something circling. There's two of them, and it almost looks like an orbit. And then when it's coming at you, it's really bright. It's like if somebody was close to you, but it's brighter than it would normally be for the distance that it appears to be at. It looks to be about 10,000 feet, maybe 15,000 feet higher than us, and it's fast. It's moving fast.
Roger that. We're looking into it because we don't have anything as far as a primary return in that area. Trying to see if there's anything else we can pick up, but we're not picking up anything.
Off north and gets dim and then comes back around.
It dims when it goes north?
Yeah, it dims when it goes north. So there's a second one. The second one isn't as bright as the first one. The first one's really bright.
Do you think it could be satellites?
I'm sorry, I lost you. Say again?
Do you think, so like the running theory these days is that it's a pair of satellites that are somehow orbiting. Does it look like it could be that at all?
I don't think so because it's lower in the atmosphere and it's a really tight orbit. The orbit goes from about 10 o'clock to about 11:30 on my one screen.
10 o'clock.
Like it's like they're circling over Razorback really fast.
That's weird.
How long does it take for them to make a complete orbit, you think? Like, is it a few seconds?
I'm actually timing. We're going to time. Let me time it and I'll let you know. But I would say probably 3 minutes.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm going to put the link to that in the show description so you guys can watch the rest of it. I didn't realize that was that cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys watch that, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow's what do you call it? Atlantis, maybe. We'll see. You never know. But it is top of the hour, and it is time for I2TA. Every other day, we try to put up a report from I2TA into thin air. And to see what's going on in the world of strange phenomena in weather, orbit, solar system, or at home. So without further ado, here is a video from Third into Thin Air. Oh my God, did you see that? That's because I was looking at it. Into Thin Air. This is called Comet 96P, Macults influenced by advanced technology on approach to the sun? Eklish.
All right, right, everybody, welcome back. February 1st, 2023. And if you remember from yesterday's video, we were talking about and watching Comet Machholz, which I failed to name in the first video. That's actually the name of this comet, making its way towards the sun. And we have some new video to take a look at to actually see the progression of this. And also, I've learned that this thing comes by every 5.3 years. So there have been other passings of this comet. And I actually found that comet on HelioViewer by backtracking to 2017, which is the last time this comet made an approach towards the sun, but it's only seen within a few frames because of the angle and trajectory of it at that time. Clearly, this pass we're looking at right now is much clearer. We could see every bit of it, but we also took a look at some weird anomalies that were taking place. And oh, trust me, I found another one that seems very odd. The timing of it is incredible. We'll take a look at that in just a moment, but this thing is causing CMEs left and right. In fact, the biggest of which just took place hours ago. This thing was massive. I mean, take a look at this blast. This is a huge CME that came off the sun because of this comet. It's actually been proven, and I spoke about this yesterday, even Suspicious Observers channel mentioned this, that as these comets approach the sun begins to react. And take a look at this chart here just to give you an idea of how big this latest CME was. Luckily, this was not Earth facing. In fact, Earth is the yellow dot you see to the right, and this basically fired off the back end of the sun, but the point is that this comet is the reason for it. So basically, this entire event is just awesome and very unique. The size of this and the trajectory it's taking is somewhat rare. You don't see these too often. And this thing will, in fact, make its way around the sun and survive and return in another 5.3 years. Now, I want to show you an interesting anomaly I found to add on to the ones from the video from yesterday. I highly recommend you go check that video out once you're done watching this one. And again, I'm not trying to play the conspiracy game here, but there are just certain things that pop out to me that I just can't ignore. All right, so this is very interesting. I want you to keep an eye on the time down here because I'm going quite literally frame by frame here. So I want you to pay attention to this area right here on both of these charts. You're going to see a line appear, and I'm going to get to that right now. This is the next frame. This line appears in both the regular and the negative version, meaning that there is something there, whether it's some sort of space rock streaking across the sky, whatever this may be. And you get this little anomaly down here too, but this is nothing compared to some of the ones I found. But when you take a look at this line, it's almost as if it pops up and then disappears just as this massive CME erupts. And this is the last frame we have as far as current data, or I'd show you more. If I backtrack here, you can see again, I'll go backwards. Here's that line in the negative frame, then I go back one more time and you can see it here in the blue frame. Now, the reason this stuck out to me, if you throw this into paint and you actually take a line and you draw this and match it up to the comet, this thing is exactly lined up with the front end of the comet, as you can see right there. That alone is just very odd. And now as we go back to the frame by frame, it makes a little more sense as to why the timing of this is so interesting. This line pops up directly in line with the comet, and then this massive CME takes place. By far the biggest one this comet has caused thus far. Just take a look one more time. Line pops up directly in line with the comet, and then explosion right off the sun. Just some very odd timing and incredible things being captured on the LASCO C3 camera. All right, and what I'm going to do now is play that section of the video from yesterday just to show you the anomalies I was talking about. Of course, I highly recommend you go watch that full video, but when it comes to anomalies, this was the best part. A lot of weird things happen leading up to this comet being in view of the LASCO C3 camera. I'm going to do that now. Here we go. Now, as I said earlier, some weird things happened leading up to the comet entering the view of the satellite camera, and I'm going to slow this video down so we can get each screenshot, and here is the first of those before it even enters frame. As you can clearly see, this grouping of lines, or could be meteors, a group of meteors, seems to be passing in front of or behind the sun. Now, I've caught these many times, and it is very interesting. Now, not only is it captured on this version of the LASCO cameras, but it is also caught in the negative version, meaning that these objects are actually there. More than likely a grouping of meteors traveling in front of, or as I said, behind the sun. But again, I want your thoughts on what you think these may be. I've heard everything from ships to some sort of advanced technology, almost in a weapons type idea. And for those of you that follow me closely, I find these types of things around the sun all the time in all the different satellite cameras. Some of the craziest images you'll ever see, in fact. And I don't want to get too crazy on you, but nonetheless, this is a very interesting shot, specifically because these things are happening right before the approach of the comet. Now, here is the next shot. As we continue the original video, it should be showing up right about now. And you can clearly see the comet comet is still not in view yet, and there's another one that comes while the comet is making the approach, but this one has some sort of tail breaking off behind it. It's got an odd shape. It could be some sort of space rock breaking up, but again, I've been told in comments in past videos where I cover these things, it could be some type of ship or technology we don't know about yet, but the fact that it's being picked up on both the positive and negative cameras is what really sticks out. Now we're taking a look at the C2 camera. We were looking at the C3, but check these out. Both popping up at the same exact time and both big enough to where, in my opinion, these are not camera glitches. Who knows what these things might be? There have always been talks, specifically in the UFO community, that there are ships that harness the energy of any sort of sun eruption, CMEs, and sometimes we get some amazing views, just like I showed you in the pictures before this, of these things all around our sun, specifically during high solar activity. All right, and as I keep this in real time, we're moving through the video, and the last of our anomalies is about to pop up. There it is. Now, I assure you, this is not a sun flare, and I'll prove that by playing the rest of the video once we talk about this. Now, as you can see, that big chunk that almost looks like a CME, that's actually a whole separate object. There is no CME taking place at this point, and then we almost get like a tube shape with a centerpiece connecting the two of them. Now, that is also interesting because it's rare to see anomalies of this size taking place at any time, but again, I feel like this has to do with the fact that the approaching comet is affecting the sun and could possibly, I say possibly strongly, could be leading or drawing in a ship of some sort or multiple ships, as we can see, that want to harness the energy of these CMEs. I know it sounds crazy to some people, but if you do enough research, there are plenty of videos out there. In fact, there's a famous one where a big giant ball looks like it's connected to the sun and then pulls away, and you can almost see a plasma detachment as if that's how this thing was being refueled. It's a famous video on YouTube. I've played it before. But again, just to show you that there are anomalies around the sun constantly, and in some cases they get blocked out if caught quick enough. But since we watch these cameras on a regular basis, we usually catch them before that happens, and that's why sometimes we get these amazing videos. And finally, just to show you that that last one was not a CME, you're going to see this in real time. I'll play it a couple times just so your eye can catch it because it happened so fast, there's no way it was a CME. Here it comes again. Watch closely. Boom. And then one more time as the video plays through, it's going to reset. And finally, there it is again. So absolutely no CME in this video. That is some sort of anomaly that we need to figure out, and I've been trying to figure out for years now. All right, my friends, and that's what I got for you for right now. This is the most updated data we have for this comet. There might be a couple extra frames by the time this video is actually posted, but nonetheless, it made its closest approach on the 31st. We have technically reached perihelion with this comet, and we're going to continue to follow it until we can no longer see it. And I hope to see you all here for that video as well. Shout out to Canada. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Cool, man. Yeah. It's so interesting, the sun. You know, we know very little about it, but you would think if aliens are as smart as everybody thinks they are, they know we can see them. They know. They have access to everything. As soon as it's posted on the internet, they know, right? The aliens are connected that way, right? Right. Well, Michael left a comment here. Michael, I believe it's pronounced Bone. I don't understand. When the feds were covering up, you were knocking them for that. I don't know what he's talking about because there's 100 times, right? Now that they did some disclosure, there's no such thing, sir. You either have disclosure or you don't. You could either be pregnant or not. You can't be a little pregnant and you can't have a little disclosure. Do you understand what disclosure is? You can't have a little. That's just, what did Dave call it? Dave Scott? That's confirmation. But it's not disclosure. Disclosure is getting all the answers. And a piece of that is not disclosure. It's a confirmation. So anyway, I'll let that slide because you don't seem to understand me and what I say here. And then you say, now that they've did some disclosure, I guess what he means is given us evidence. You're knocking them for that. anything that keeps some conspiracy alive for your 143 sheep. No, it's 10,700 sheep. But who's counting? That's not, you're being very vague about what, tell me which one so I can at least defend myself. See, that's what they do. They attack without giving you the information. You're a racist pig. Well, what did I say? You know what you said. Explain it to me. See, this is the problem we have with the people who hate Trump. Oh, he's a racist. Well, what did he say that was so racist? You know. Oh, tell me. It's out there. He hates women. He does? How do you know? Well, he said he grabs them by the... Yeah, he explained. He felt bad. He shouldn't have said that. Okay, he admitted that was locker room talk. Not very good. It wasn't supposed to be heard. And that's the way guys talk. Sorry, you're offended by that. Not all guys talk like that. No, not all guys do, because not all guys care about teams, competition. They'd rather sit at home and be behind their computer and shout at everybody else, but can't defend or won't defend. So when you attack me, you need to give a little bit of a specific so I could at least defend myself. And you're doing that purposefully. So that's like saying, you hate women. All right, well, why? Tell me what, be specific. Why do I hate them? You call them broads. I've been saying that since I was 5. I mean, broads. I don't even say, nobody says that anymore, really. Unless it's just, a couple of broads on Main Street. We're hanging out. It's not a bad term. It's only bad when you make it bad. And I think I'm extremely fair when it comes to talking about any government or anybody covering up stuff. And in a way, I understand why they're covering it up. 2 reasons. They don't have anything, which is bullshit. We know they've got a lot of stuff. And second, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous energy or product that they don't understand. They only understand that it can be used in a harmful way. They haven't figured out anything good yet for the alien technology. I haven't seen any. Anybody see any alien technology? Put your hands up. No, you haven't. You see, I knew I could ask that question because I can't see anybody put their hands up. See, I just twisted it around. Anyway, Michael, you're wrong. I think I'm pretty fair. And if I am mad because they're covering up stuff, well, I don't understand what the second part is you're speaking to me. Now that they've given us evidence, according to you, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the Corbell? Are you talking about the 3 videos? I've spread it out tonight quite a bit. The Nimitz Incident. Which one are you meaning? So I don't have that information handy because I don't know what you're implying. But I'm glad you stopped by and made yourself known. Nice to meet you. We try to give everybody a voice here as long as you're not being hateful. Right? Same applies to me. I'll be nice, you be nice. But if you're going to, put me on the spot like that, give me a chance at least, I don't get a chance. Did he say? Is he still here? No, he left. Did he leave? Ay, darn it. Lantonio's here. How you doing, man? Good to see you. He did. You know what he did? He did a drive-by. That's what he did. He drops that comment on me and then leaves. Doesn't want to get the answers. I'm too scared. I don't want to know. Or he's like, he leaves the message for me and he's like, he's all proud of himself. I let Goofon know who's boss that time. You sure did. Bone. I know your last name is Bond. All right, because I was a friend with the guy. Are you that guy? Are you that guy I grew up with? Are you Mr. Bond? James Bond? B-O-H-N? Bone. I know it's Bond. Check this out. Michael Huntington, who I enjoy. I don't know what it is. I like Michael Huntington. Even though I don't agree with him a lot, some days he's got it going on. He's on Twitter. You guys might know who he is, but he put this tweet up and I kind of liked it. It's kind of cool. So he's pointing out a correlation. It's not only the Three Stooges correlation. This has to do with what the hell's this shit? Come on, motherless. This stuff. We all know, right? Isn't that the Anunnaki, or who are these? They carried those satchels with them, right? The satchels. And then our guys did it. See? They're carrying their satchels. Spacemen, right? And look at this. Three Stooges. Satchel page. I know. I don't know why Michael Huntington thought the Three Stooges having satchels on their belt was any correlation to outer space and aliens. I think what he's trying to say is it's a fashion statement. That's what it is. So when the Anunnaki had their little bag, just had their phone in there, maybe their vape pen, a little bit of weed, right? I know, I'm like a little boy when I say the word weed. It's interesting. I always liked those satchels, though, because they were like, how do they have those satchels? What are they for? And they're sitting there like this, and then they got the satchel underneath, right? How do they? I don't have any satchel-like thing. Here's a little bag. I can, they're holding it up. They got their satchel. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to another galaxy. Where are we going? Oh, this is important. Oh my God, what did you just do? What? I don't understand. How can you send $0.00424497? Shut the front door. Dude, what? What is that? You did not just do this. Is that you? Dude, no, come on. Who is this? $200. Just came in. And it's Dark Sky Files. You didn't say not to say it was you. Dude, how is that showing up as 0.00042? And then I looked at the dollar amount and it's $200. Here, I'll show you. Let me see if it's not telling me who sent it though. No. 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 Okay, here we go. More ways, recurring deposit. This is weird. All right, here we go. No, I don't want a cash card. Start banking now with direct deposit cash card, FDIC insured. Why doesn't it say it's you? I know it's you. Because the email came in. Let me look in the email. Here it is. It is you. Dude, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, bro. I don't understand what 0.00424497. Oh, you sent me Bitcoin. You sent me Bitcoin? Ah! All right, we'll have to talk about setting up something, man. Maybe I'll get into Bitcoin now. Oh my God, I'm having such a great time. Why would you do that? I just got a great email too. I wish that's what I meant as well. Man. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Hold on. I got a message from Atlantis. So we have to cancel the show tomorrow. But let me tell you, it's a blessing in disguise. We're going to do it the Friday after. Now that I've gotten the help, I can get my StreamYard back. Rich, Christy, thank you, man. God, what do you guys do for work? I mean, I can't remember what it's like to have that kind of money where you can just do that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. $200, dude, that's crazy. What did I do? What did I do? Thanks, man. I love you for that. I loved you anyway, but man, that's crazy. I can't believe it. I like the way it came in though, with the 0.00000. That was crazy, dude. Crazy. Bitcoin, huh? So how much Bitcoin do I have? It doesn't say. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Oh my God. Wait, is that right? You gave me $100 in Bitcoin. He gave me $100 in Bitcoin too. Here it is. Oh my God, I already made 7 cents. Dude, Bitcoin's on the way back up. Cool. This is crazy. I can't believe you did that. I'm sorry, everybody, that this just happened and I'm interrupting everything. It's rare. And the Bitcoin thing, this is crazy. I can't believe you just did that. Oh, it went up another 0.1%. Now it's 0.08. Oh, this is great. I'm going to be rich. See, it went up 0.01. Your sister's ass. It says 8. Thanks, man. This is fun. That was weird. Wait till someone sends me Tesla stock. Jammer Travels. Are you going to send me Tesla stock too? What do you do with Tesla stock? You just hold on to it, right? You just hold on. I was never ever I didn't play the stock market. I actually bet on sports, which is never a winner. It's all fixed. That's why I got out of it. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I am. I'm hooked. Totally, Brian. Moody Mongol says, I know a certain angry channel who would be pulling his hair out right about now, but But he's a, it's not real anyway. You're going to lose that money anyway. It just went up another 0.1%. See, now it's a 9er. It's weird. I don't know why I can't get that to show, but you can see it. Now went up another. As soon as I dropped it. It's 100 point. All right. It went up 1 cent in 10 minutes. So that means $80 a month, give or take. $80 just for that. I'll make $80. I'll double my money almost if that stays true. It's on 11. It's moving. That was fun. Thank you for that. Dark Sky Files, Rich. Beautiful stuff, man. Now it's 11. Now I won't be able to stop watching. See, this is why I'm a gambling addict. But I'm okay now. I'm okay. I didn't have to go to 12 steps because I did them in 5. I made a bet with the teacher. You don't need all 12 steps. I did the same thing George Carlin did. He combined the 10 commandments into 4. 3? 3 or 4. I love that act. That George Carlin thing is a thing of beauty. I want to watch it. Yeah, I want to watch it. Yeah, because I'm in the mood now. I want to watch it. Let's watch George Carlin. Yeah, it'll be a copyright claim, but I don't care. Yeah, let's pull up. Let's go here. George Carlin, 10 Commandments. Here we go. Deep, 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 deep. It's 8 minutes long. But damn it, that's the funniest 8 minutes. I don't know why a lot of people didn't like George Carlin. Maybe it's his look. No. Cash out before. I can't believe I went to go scratch my leg again, and I'm not wearing shorts. I just have my underwear on, and it's just weird. I felt my skin. I was like, why am I so, oh yeah, I don't have pants on. It's not liberating, I promise. Oh, Lisa Bowden with a $10 no pants rich. Is that what that's for? I didn't see it pop up yet. Yeah. In the beginning of the show, I was talking. I went to go scratch myself and I felt a lot of skin. And then I realized I didn't put my shorts on. I came in. I meant to start the show and then go back and put my shorts on because I wanted to get it started, let it roll and give me a minute or two. And I just sat here and I didn't leave. And then I scratched myself about 15 minutes later and realized I didn't have pants on. And I'm just wearing red. I'm wearing red underwear. Yep. It's more maroon. Yeah. Just in case, you never know. Yeah, let's watch this. I'm in the mood for this, so that's why we're watching it tonight. Ready? Oh yeah, where's the super chat? It didn't show up. There it is. Yay, Lisa. Who's the dick on Twitter calling you a racist? Oh, it's happened, or it's a couple people. I'll tell you who did, but I don't want to because the guy supposedly changed his ways. He had a near-death experience, I think, and he left for a while. And now he's back trying to be nice. And I told him I'm not buying it. But I'm not going to say who. I'll give you the initials, CW. That helps. But that was a while ago. Yeah. That was a while ago. What are you going to do? You're going to go down there? You're going to show him a thing or two, Lisa, huh? What are you going to do, huh? You're going to bring Brooklyn down there? You're going to show him what Brooklyn is? I would love that if you kicked his ass. All right, I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you privately. Capiche? Ah, goosh. Thanks, Lisa. You're a continuing supporter of Goofon, good friend of the show, and a very nice person. Hellfire Studios? Hey, Super Chat Train. Thanks, bud. I did not expect that. Why? I, I never, it's just not from you. I mean, from everybody. So thank you. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel bad. Alien Girls here, Yahoo! What's up, AG111? Star Child in the house. I know I'm small. Here we go. Much better. Oh. And hey, it's not cutting out the show tonight. Right? It is a little. Got it. I got the focus. Thank you, Hellfire Studios. Continuing supporter of Goofon and a good friend of the show. What else we doing? So I was responding to that gentleman who said that I'm a flip-flopper, more or less. Like, I get on the government for hiding stuff, and then he said when they give us a little disclosure, I get on them for that too. But he wasn't specific on what it was he was talking about, so I can't respond to it other than saying they haven't shown us anything. That's the thing, Mr. Bond. They haven't shown us anything. So I don't know what you're talking about, that they gave us a little disclosure, because I know what you mean when you're saying that. It's just a terrible way to say it. What he's saying, what he means by a little disclosure is they're giving us some evidence. They're giving us fake evidence. And I don't know if he's talking about, he must be talking about the Jeremy Corbell Mosul orb, whatever it is. It's a car. Hey, let me tell you something. I was right. I was the first one with a little help, and I don't want to say who it is because I'm not friends with that person anymore. But somebody told me very close to, I was just about to find out, that the Batman balloon, about the Batman balloon. I was saying all along it was a balloon, but they found out it was this design that had a Batman logo on it. I don't know if it was Batman that was on that balloon, but it was a balloon nonetheless. And people still can't get over that. Like, yeah, it was a balloon. And you want to know why? We just saw a video a couple of days ago from Third Phase of Moon that looked like a disc flying by an airplane at ridiculous speeds. Come to find out, that was a balloon. Can you imagine the cube inside the sphere being a balloon? Could be. Could be. They're flying around up there 500 miles an hour, seeing stuff. Now, they know if an object is moving and also shows up on radar. Apparently, it didn't show up on radar. Would a balloon show up on radar? Probably not. Not big enough. Not dense. Not thick. You know what I mean? Everything they're telling us, we don't have any evidence of. It's a joke. It's a lie. Everything. Everything. And you know what I think? I think Kevin Day is an unwitting, is that the right word? Like an unwilling participant in this psyop. Because he thought it was all real. I think he found out it was all bullshit. And that's what made him go off the deep end. But he can't tell us that. That's the beauty of it. He's still lying, probably. He just can't tell us the truth, even though he's tried. But he can't. What would make a person get addicted to drugs, start drinking over seeing something on radar? And because people don't believe you? Grow up. All right, you don't believe me? That's what I would have said. I'm a radar operator. I see it. I'm the radar operator. I know I saw something weird. All right. Oh, it could have been this, could have been that, but it wasn't. And that's where it should have ended. He should have just let it go. Now, I can't stand up and fix that because you'll see my ash. Now, I'm not embarrassed of it. I'd love to show somebody someday, but not right now. Let me fix that, okay?
Now, folks, here's something else I got a problem with. The 10 Commandments. Here's my problem. Why are there 10? You don't need 10. I think the list of commandments was deliberately and artificially inflated to get it up to 10. It's a padded list. Here's what they did. About 5,000 years ago, a bunch of religious and political hustlers got together to try to figure out how to control people, how to keep them in line. They knew people were basically stupid and would believe anything they were told, so they announced that God had given them some commandments. Up on a mountain, when no one was around, God had given them the 10 Commandments. But let me ask you this. When they were sitting around making this shit up, why did they pick 10? Why 10? Why not 9 or 11? I'll tell you why. Because 10 sounds official. 10 sounds important. They knew if it was 11, people wouldn't take it seriously. Say, what, are you kidding me? The 11 Commandments? Get the fuck out of here. But 10 sounds important. 10 is the basis for the decimal system. It's a decade. It's a psychologically satisfying number. The top 10, the 10 most wanted, the 10 best dressed. So having 10 commandments was really a marketing decision. And to me, it's clearly a bullshit list. It's a political document artificially inflated to sell better. I'm going to show you how you could reduce the number of commandments and come up with a list that's a little more workable.
I have to keep it small.
We're going to start with the first
That's
three.
what she
and
said.
I'll use the Roman Catholic version because those are the ones I was taught as a little boy. I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Thou shalt keep holy the Sabbath. Right off the bat, the first three, pure bullshit. Sabbath day, Lord's name, strange gods. Spooky language. Spooky language. Designed to scare and control primitive people. In no way does superstitious nonsense like this apply to the lives of intelligent, civilized humans in the 21st century. You throw out the first three commandments, you're down to 7. Next, honor thy father and mother. Obedience, respect for authority. Just another name for controlling people. The truth is, obedience and respect should not be automatic. They should be earned. They should be based on the parent's performance. Parent's performance. All right? Some parents deserve respect. Most of them don't. Period. You're down to 6.
Most of them don't.
Now, in the interest of logic, something religion is very uncomfortable with, we're going to jump around the list a little bit. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Stealing and lying. Well, actually, these two both prohibit the same kind of behavior. Dishonesty, stealing, and lying. So you don't need 2 of them. Instead, you combine them and you call it thou shalt not be dishonest. And suddenly, you're down to 5.
See?
And as long as we're combining, I have 2 others that belong together. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Once again, these 2 prohibit the same kind of behavior.
Right.
In this case, marital infidelity. The difference is coveting takes place in the mind. And I don't think you should outlaw fantasizing about someone else's wife. Otherwise, what's a guy going to think about when he's waxing his carrot? But marital fidelity is a good idea, so we're going to keep the idea and call this one, thou shalt not be unfaithful. And suddenly, we're down to 4. But when you think about it, honesty and fidelity are really part of the same overall value. So in truth, you could combine the 2 honesty commandments with the 2 fidelity commandments and give them simpler language, positive language instead of negative, and call the whole thing, thou shalt always be honest and faithful, and we're down to 3. Thou shalt, they're going away fast. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. This one is just plain fucking stupid. Coveting your neighbor's goods is what keeps the economy going. Am I right? Your neighbor gets a vibrator that plays "Oh Come All Ye Faithful." You want to get one too. Coveting creates jobs. Leave it alone. You throw out coveting, you're down to 2 now, the big honesty and fidelity commandment, and the one we haven't talked about yet, thou shalt not kill, murder, the 5th commandment. But when you think about it, religion has never really had a big problem with murder. Not really. More people have been killed in the name of God than for any other reason. All you have to do...
Amen to that. Alien bless. Yep.
All you have to do is look at Northern Ireland, the Middle East, Kashmir, the Inquisition, the Crusades, and the World Trade Center to see how seriously the religious folks take thou shalt not kill. The more devout they are, the more they see murder as being negotiable. It's negotiable. You know? It depends. It depends. It depends on who's doing the killing and who's getting killed. So, with all of this in mind, I leave you with my revised list of the 2 commandments. Thou shalt always be honest and faithful to the provider of thy nookie. And thou shalt try real hard not to kill anyone, unless, of course, they pray to a different invisible man from the one you pray to. 2 is all you need. Moses could have carried him down the hill in his fucking pocket. And if they had a list like that, I wouldn't mind those folks in Alabama putting it up on the courthouse wall. As long as they included one additional commandment, thou shalt keep thy religion to thyself.
Yeah, no doubt. Genius. Just genius. Doesn't get any better than that. Thanks for watching that with me. That about wraps it up for tonight. We are starting to see a little bit of a problem. So tomorrow the Atlantis show will be canceled, but that is a good thing. Don't look at it as bad. Look at it as good. He and I, we want to do this right, and this isn't going to work. So it's going to be on StreamYard. He needs some extra time, and I'm glad he's being honest. And I said that, just be honest with me. It's okay. I'd rather know now and then, tomorrow or any time later. So he let me know early, and I appreciate that. I do. Atlantis is found. Thank you for that. So we'll do it next week or whenever it's perfect, we'll do it. How's that? So it is what it is. That's showbiz, baby. We just keep going, man. Hey, ufology doesn't stop. Neither do we, unless we're dead. And we ain't dead. We're just now starting to live. So we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, 7 p.m., like every day. There will be a show Sunday because there's no football. But I may take it off, though. Now, let me get rid of it. Hold on. Sometimes that makes the camera better. So, nope, didn't work. Nope, this way. See if that works. So, thank you, Into Thin Air. Appreciate it. Everybody who, moderators and super chatters, freaking awesome. Man, you guys are unbelievable. Wait, hold on. This can't be right. God, I feel really bad. No, I do. Oh, holy shit. What are the odds? Our good friend Thorsten sent $123.45. He did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. You guys really, yeah, thank you. Man, Thorsten, I don't know if he's listening now. I know he lives in another country. But when you hear this, thank you very much. and I'll email him anyway. But unbelievable. He is a unbelievable guy. Thank you so much. God, you guys are unbelievable to me. So I can't quit, right? But thank you, and my God, I can't believe that tonight. Rich, Dark Sky Files, thank you guys. Man, right? I mean, this is the last night for it, so it's okay. We're going to be all right. And newcomers and veterans, thank you very much for shouldering all the haters, taking the hits. Thank you for that. And being new here, I know it's got to be a little weird, but I think if you understand what we're trying to do here, it's just tell the truth. We just want the truth out. So what? We have a little different ideology compared to you, or maybe not. Maybe it's the same as you, and you understand somebody finally thinks and says what you think and want to say, but can't. So let me talk for you. Let me speak the narrative that's true. That's what we do. We're truthology for you followers. Truthology for you followers. See? All right. That's it for tonight. Alien blessed.